Hey guys, it's Mo and TJ here. We're back with another episode from the Red Blood Brothers. And today's topic is actually a very interesting one. It's one that is being spoken about by many Premier League fans, specifically Liverpool fans, and it's about whether or not Liverpool will win the league. Now, obviously, this is a topic that sparked some controversy because some people think we're in a rebuilding phase and that this rebuilding phase is going to last a couple of years before we could start challenging for the title. So, we're just going to discuss and see if this is something that Liverpool can achieve, and that's winning the league this season. So, TJ, what do you think, man?
Yeah. So before we start anything, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Spark up a debate in the comment section. If Liverpool can win the league or are even in the race for the Premier League. So the question is, are we going to win the league or are we in the title race? Because they're two different things, I think.
Do you know what? I feel like we are in the title race because I don't think City will go on a 15 or 20 game win streak and accumulate 95 plus points. Because at the end of the day, you disagree?
Yeah. Carry on, though. Carry on.
I don't know,
bro. I think City have done it for how many?
But so have we. We've done it as well. If anyone's been going to City for the past 6 years, it's been us. But I feel like now it's more of a level playing field. You have, I feel like the main title contenders are 4 teams: Arsenal, actually 3 teams: Arsenal, City, and us. I'm not gonna put Tottenham in that bracket. I definitely think that they've been absolutely spectacular so far. But let's be honest, they haven't faced anyone of any team of massive quality. Obviously they faced us, but we all know what happened that game. They'll get humbled soon, in my opinion. So I think it's mainly between Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. And I think that look at City last season. They didn't get 90 plus points to win the league. What did they get? 86? Was it 86? It was definitely in the 80s. It was not 90 plus.
Yeah. Exactly. Look, we are in the title race. Whether people think we're being overexcited or not. Look, the games that we have watched this season, there's a lot of improvements to make. We've discussed it in many videos, especially about the way we start games. That seems to be picking up now. But the fact that we're fourth in the table, right?
Yeah, we're fourth.
We have 23 points, 1 point behind Manchester City and Arsenal.
How many games have been played?
So
10.
Everyone's played.
There's 28 games to go, man.
Match played, 10. Everyone's played 10 games.
So many games.
We are 3 points behind Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham will not last. Sorry, Spurs fans.
100%.
If somehow this video reaches you,
You've got to give them credit, though.
Look, they're doing really well. And Ange Ball is working. They've got an identity now. The players they have, such as Mickey van der Ven in centre back, new player. You have Maddison
doing very well.
Bissouma in that midfield.
Yes.
Son is now finding form again after last season. They're doing excellent, and I think they'll definitely finish in the top 4. But they do not have what it takes to go on that run to win a league. Because again, you said that City, you think City won't go on that run. They will, and that's what you need to do to be able to win a league: is match them, go on that run, but somehow have a few, let's say, some luck in that running.
But everyone, I agree. You know what, TJ? I absolutely agree. But you see those seasons when City accumulated 90 plus points and we were going toe to toe with them down to the very last match, and then they obviously ended up winning by 1 point. It happened in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I just don't. I still think that they're favourites, and rightly so, because they've just come off a 3-peat and also the treble, which is an absolutely spectacular achievement. But I just feel like it's not just us and City anymore challenging for the title. It's, I'm not going to say a level playing field between 3 to 4 different teams, but I feel like the platform's opened up. It's opened up for 2 other teams to challenge for the title. Now, the reason why I fancy us, and I think that we can actually go a long way this season, is because we have championship experience in our team, bro. We have players that have been there and that have done it, and we have a manager who, in my opinion, pound for pound, is the best in the world. The budget that he's given and the quality that he's produced is absolutely unparalleled across the entire Premier League. So if there's anyone that can match City, it's us, bro. And obviously you got to give credit to Arsenal as well. You know, they improved massively last season. But if you look at Arsenal challenging City last season compared to when we challenged City in the previous years, we were better than Arsenal were last season.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So
Yeah,
if we can find that form, we could definitely
I
challenge.
think Arsenal should have won the league because City were nowhere near their best, especially with them going for that Champions League. They had, let's say, not different priorities, but
Pressure was on them in that.
in the Champions League, the pressure was on them. So they didn't have a season whereby they would go on a, let's say,
15
on a rampage like when we
15
challenged
win
them.
streak.
Like when we had challenged for the title. They were different levels.
Game, man.
So I think, like, I remember once when we were challenged, I can't remember which season, they didn't lose a game or they won every game since
18-19 when they got 98 points.
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
and they didn't lose a game from February, so they didn't do that last season, and that's why I think Arsenal blew, like, they had such a big chance and they blew it to win the Premier League. But yeah, with Liverpool, if you look throughout the squad and the team, we have the experience to go toe to toe with Manchester City and to put in those win streaks that we used to do.
Yeah.
And I think the spine of our team is still there. Big players such as Fabinho and Henderson have left, and they've formed the spine of Liverpool, especially Fabinho in that number 6 role. But now you still have Alisson, the best goalkeeper in the world. Van Dijk, who is still the best centre-back in the league. I don't care what anyone says. Watch his last game, or watch his last 2 games against Everton and Nottingham Forest. It was absolutely dominant and has been throughout this season. The midfield, oh my God. Dominic Szoboszlai against Nottingham Forest.
Oh, he bossed it. That was an absolutely great.
I can't believe what I'm watching with this. He
got 2
kid.
assists.
He's a kid. What is he? 23 years old.
No, bro, he's younger. He's 22.
No, I think it was his birthday. He's 23 now. Like, his birthday was
Happy birthday, Dominic Szoboszlai.
a few days ago.
My G.
And then you have McAllister. You have Curtis Jones, who's
But do you not think?
And I think more our starting midfield is McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones when he's back from.
But do you not think?
And then Gravenberch, who's again growing into that role. So the spine is there and it's being built, and you have so much quality and technical players. And then the firepower we have up front with Darwin Núñez turning into that
Torres
number 9, turning into that number 9 that Klopp wants him to be, with Mohamed Salah being not human with the way he plays and the consistency he produces. Jota, Diaz, by the way, shout out to Luis Diaz and what he's going through with his family. We're all with you. Prayers are with you.
100%.
And yeah, look, throughout that whole team, you have ability, you have quality, you have experience.
Yeah, but there's one department that we haven't addressed.
Energy.
There's one department we haven't addressed, bro, and I feel like that's going to stop us. Not stop us, but it's going to hinder our chances of genuinely being title contenders, like actually going toe to toe with teams that are going to be, at the top of the league for long periods of time, and that's that number 6 position. If you look at, for example, City, when Rodri, obviously he got a red card. I forgot against which team it was, but because he got a red card, they missed him in so many. They missed him in games, in vital games. For example, against Arsenal, he provides that you could say firm and rigid structure in midfield that allows them to play the way they play. At the moment, yes, we do have players that are absolutely unstoppable and they make up the spine of our team and they've got championship experience. But at the end of the day, I feel like we are title contenders, but we will. I could say our efforts will increase massively once we get a proper number 6. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that 6 is missing.
So someone like a Rodri, if we got someone like a player like Rodri in our midfield, bro.
Maybe that's one factor that may reduce our chances of actually winning the Premier League. But if we can maybe share the load in midfield, okay, McAllister's playing in that role now, and obviously it's not his preferred role. But he's doing the job there, especially against Nottingham Forest. He looked really good. It seems like he's growing into that role. I don't know if that's a long-term plan. I don't think so. But we definitely do need a more defensive-minded midfielder to really complete that. And with Andre being linked with us in the January transfer window, who who I think is a Thiago replacement. He's not
Yeah.
really a 6 as well.
Yeah.
He's a really powerful midfielder. He's really technical. He's more physical than Thiago, and the talent is there. But he's also not a number 6. So maybe the search for a number 6 is still ongoing, or maybe we're not going to play with a traditional number 6 and share the load across midfield.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a very good point.
Which we could adapt to, and maybe that becomes our way of playing, and that way
I think
we win the league, or maybe that will actually hinder our chances from winning the league.
I think no, but so far it's working, because if you look at, I mean, in the early stage, like in the early stages of the season, like the first couple of games, we were very concerned about not having a traditional number 6, because that's a position that was always filled, and it was always, filled by a player who was absolutely spectacular for Liverpool, apart from last season, which was Fabinho. If you look at how pivotal his position was, and how he basically propelled us to win the league and win all of the trophies that we did, because of the fact that he was doing all of the dirty work. He was cleaning up in midfield. He was breaking down play when teams were attacking us. So if we do get someone as good as Fabinho was for Liverpool in his prime seasons, that will be excellent. But at the same time, I agree with you, man. I feel like I think Klopp's strategy is for the midfield to share that responsibility and be defensive when necessary. And don't forget, like, these players cover a lot of ground, especially Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai, man. They run like absolute headless chickens, in a good way, obviously. Like,
Headless
they don't
chickens.
stop. When I say the chickens, like, they just run, bro. Like,
Yeah.
especially
They're
Szoboszlai.
machines,
Yeah,
right?
they're machines. Like, McAllister's more technical. He actually, sometimes he does commit reckless passes, but he gets stuck in there as well. But with Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones, they're in terms of their attacking threat, it's absolutely sublime. But they get back and they defend, so it could be a shared effort as well.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what caught my eye as well? We are still such a dangerous team in transition.
Oh, yeah.
When we win the ball back,
Yeah.
and we're from that transition from defense to attack, when the opposition team have the ball and we win it back. That's how we scored all our 3 goals against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
So this is a Klopp, let's say, what's
2.0.
the word? No, 2.0, but it's like a Klopp trademark.
Yeah.
Playing on transition, being dangerous in transition. And that's what we were in Klopp 1.0. And in Klopp 2.0, you could see that we're trying to play a different style of football with more technical
But so far it's working.
Yeah, exactly. And
working.
trying to keep the ball. But you can't take that transition out of Klopp
Yeah.
and being a threat on the transition.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The counter-attack and the pace at which we, take the ball from the opposing team and then attack them straight away.
Yeah.
That's how we scored all our 3 goals.
Yeah.
It's just something it's in the Klopp DNA.
Yeah.
It's like being an absolute terminators on the transition.
Yeah, I mean, at the end,
You can't take that out of Klopp's DNA.
no, honestly, like, I was watching the Nottingham Forest game. Like, for example, I think it was our first goal when Jota tapped it in. The way McAllister got the ball, then played it Salah to Nunes, and then obviously Nunes got the shot off.
It was straight from transition.
And Jota went on to score. It was just like you said. It was straight from transition. The intensity and the speed of the player's execution in that particular attack was something that, like you said, reminded me of 19, 20 Liverpool, when we were just absolutely lethal when it came to the transition and just burying it.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely
like
burying
it's
it.
Klopp's DNA. You can't change that. So if we have that plus what we're trying to do as well,
Yeah.
mate, I think the future's
But
looking
it-
absolutely.
100%.
I'm so excited because, boy, if we're still a threat on transition, but also a threat when we're on the ball, where we could break teams down on the low block, which we struggled a lot to do last season because teams figured us out.
Yeah.
I don't. Once there's just a few bits left,
A bit of polishing needs to happen.
Yeah. But once that happens, mate, we're going to be unstoppable.
100%.
And I think Klopp will stay longer than 2 years. Well, he has 2 years left, maybe less now.
I trust in Klopp.
He'll extend it because he said you cannot not fall in love with this team.
Yeah.
There's so much excitement about the potential of what we have now.
Yeah.
And okay, we might not win the league next season, but I'm sure we'll win a title in the next few years.
I think we can win it next season.
Definitely think we are in the title race.
We're in the title race.
And you can't take us out of it.
We're in the title
You can't take
race.
us out of it.
We're in the title race for sure because I genuinely think that we go toe to toe with teams like Arsenal, and I think we're better than Spurs. Obviously, City are a level above everyone else, but if there's anyone that can go toe to toe with City, and if there's a team that's proven that they could do that over the past couple of years, it's Liverpool Football Club. Hence why I fancy our chances. But you know, it does depend on our performances week in, week out, and the level of consistency we maintain. Because at the end of the day, bro, the standards that City have set, you have to get 90 plus points to win leagues. Obviously, I don't know if they're going to do it this season. I don't know if Arsenal can go on and win. Arsenal are looking good, man. Like even though they dropped points against Chelsea, there's something about them. But I think that, you know, if there's anyone that can compete and go toe to toe with these teams, it's Liverpool. So I do fancy our chances.
Yeah.
So what do you think we're going to finish? If you had to give... Obviously, I want us to win the league, and yeah, like, we are title contenders, but we have to be realistic, don't we?
Look, next we have Brentford in the Premier League after... is it? No.
We got Luton next Sunday.
Luton, sorry. Yeah, I got mixed up.
Luton Town away.
Yeah, so our next 3 Premier League games are Luton, Brentford, and then Manchester City after the international
Is it
break.
City at home or away?
At the Etihad, 12:30. So we have Luton Town. Okay, we should win that. They're going to be at home. It seems like it's Sunday night football. Sky Sports, 4:30. We should win that. Brentford and then Man City. So in the next 3 games, if we
beat Man City, I think
when it comes to, if we need to win against Luton and Brentford, okay?
Yeah.
Then Manchester City comes after the international break. After that game, I think it'll be a big, not a big indicator, but you could get a draw against City, and
it can be a big indicator. And if anyone can beat them, it's us. We can do it. Arsenal beat them this season, and City played very badly at the Etihad. Obviously, you could say that Rodri's presence not being there obviously affected their performance massively. But if we beat that game, I think it'll be a big indicator, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And
up the Reds.
Your question again.
Up the Reds.
Who are we going to finish? I'm putting my neck on the line. Screw it. First.
Yeah, we're going to win the league.
We're winning the league. We're winning the league.
I hope so.
All right. We put our neck on the lines.
Don't violate us if we don't finish first.
Watch us when we drop out of the top 4. No, I'm joking.
No, it's not happening.
I'm joking.
I could say from now again.
Let's put our necks on the line. We're going to win the league. We're going to come back to this. I don't know if this channel will grow.
It will grow
substantially by the end of the season. If it does, amazing. If not, we're still sort of, unknown. Still, we're putting our necks on the line.
We can afford to do that with the level of viewers we have now.
Come May, if we're first,
see us in the parade in Liverpool.
Yeah. Right, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and it somehow reached you and the YouTube algorithm favored us, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below if you agree, disagree. Let us know your thoughts about Liverpool's title chances this season, and we will see you again in the next video.